Good day, my great student. How are you doing today? We quickly want to continue our revision class. All right. Let's quickly go. But before I move ahead, this is Olorun Toba Kayode. I want to implore you to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can have a very robust chemical reaction. All right, let's quickly continue our question and answer. The question before me here says that define the following: ionic bond, lone pair. What are ionic bonds? Ionic bond is a bond formed. You can define ionic bond in this way. You can define ionic bond in this way. Ionic bond is a bond formed when an electron is transferred, usually from a metal to a non-metal, in order to attain a stable octet structure. Or you can say ionic bond is a bond between two negatively charged ions. It's a bond between two negatively charged ions. Okay? Now, example of those compounds in which we have ionic bond, like sodium chloride, KCl, potassium chloride, sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, magnesium oxide, and so on and so forth. Another question here is define lone pair. What is lone pair? When you want to define lone pair, you say lone pair is a pair of electrons donated during a dative combination. Is a pair of electrons donated during dative combination. Dative combination can also make coordinate covalent bond. Alright, now let's look at the difference between electrovalent compound and covalent compound. In electrovalent compound, we have ionic bond, or we have electrovalent bond. Then in covalent compound, we still have covalent bond. So that is the difference between electrovalent compound and covalent compound. Number one, in electrovalent compound, they have high melting point, high melting and boiling point. In covalent compound, they have low melting and boiling point when compared to electrovalent compound. Another difference between electrovalent compound and covalent compound is that electrovalent compound are mostly used as electrolyte because they conduct heat and electricity, while covalent compound are not used as electrolyte because they are poor conductors of heat and electricity. Most electrovalent compounds are soluble in water or polar solvent, while covalent compounds are insoluble in water. Alright, now let's move on. Example of electrovalent compound, I have mentioned it earlier, like sodium chloride, like potassium chloride, like zinc hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, and so on and so forth. Okay, let's quickly look at some few laws, kinetic laws. Kinetic laws. What is Boyles law? Let's consider Boyles law for instance. State Boyles law. Boyles law states that the volume of a given mass of gas is inversely proportional to its pressure. Note that word. Is inversely proportional to its pressure, provided that the temperature remain constant. Charles law. Charles law states that the volume of a given mass of gas is directly, that one is not inverse, directly proportional to its absolute temperature, provided that the pressure remain constant. Another law is the Dalton's law of partial pressure. It says if there is a mixture of gases which do not chemically combine together, the total pressure exerted by the mixture of gases is the sum of the individual partial pressure that made up the mixture of the gas. It just means that every gas has partial pressure. So when those gas do not combine together, for you to get their total pressure, you are going to add their partial pressure together. And that is according to Dalton's law. Graham's law of diffusion. Graham's law of diffusion states that at constant temperature and pressure, the rate of diffusion of gas is inversely proportional to the square root of its density or relative molecular mass. Then salts. So salts are compound formed. Salts are compound formed when whole or part of replaceable hydrogen ion of an acid is replaced by a metallic atom or ammonium ion. Then majorly we have 5 types of salt. 1, we have normal salt. 2, we have, when I say normal salt, some people say abnormal salt. So we don't have abnormal salt. We have normal salt, we have acid salt, we have basic salt, we have double salt, and then we have complex salt. As you are starting your exam, I wish you the best.